Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, everyone. Okay. So, welcome along. Week 3, I believe we are in. So that's cool. And if you're just catching up on the recording, welcome along. Today we've got Jeff, Tracy, and Shelley with us. Sorry, I have to turn my phone off. That's it. And this week we're going to look more specifically at WordPress and looking at building pages and how you build a page, the elements of a page, and so on. And we're going to look in more detail at that this week. However, to get us started, Shelley has come up with a great question, which is about how do I get into the back end of my WordPress site, and how do I see that as where the login screen is. Now, there are several ways of getting to it, but I'm going to give you a really good way, easy way to find it. So I'm going to share the screen with you now. And on this screen, this is where if you can get to this and you know how to get here, that's great. If you don't know how to get here, one easy way to get here is if I take all that bit out. Hang on. Right. See what's on the screen now, just this part here. It says the name of the domain, South Wales Hypnotherapy.co.uk, and then it's /WP and then login. Now, if you just type that in, so it's like your domain name. Don't type South Wales Hypnotherapy because you're going to go here. So that would be daft. But if you type in your domain name and then you do the /WP and then the dash and then login, that will take you to this login screen. All right. So you'll actually go to this login screen. So if I do that again, just refresh the page, and there we are. I'm back in, and as you see now, I took all the gobbledygook out that was following it, but it's just by typing that in, it brings me to here. And then you put in your username and password for your website. Now, I won't have that information, of course. It's your information that will be given to you by your ISP when you sign up. So you might have to look through emails or whatever. If you can't get into this end, if you can't see this screen, look through emails and stuff for your username and your password to enable you to get to the next step. Once you've got here, what I would recommend, and depending on what browser you're using, is if you're using Chrome, it's this little star to bookmark. So you bookmark the tab. And if I go to my tab here, that's what I've done here. I log in. The login screen is bookmarked here.
How do you bookmark it now?
If you're using Chrome, Jeff, you use this little star. So the little star, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing.
It's behind the things. That's what I do.
Yeah. All right. So it's a little star up in the top of the address bar. Click on the star, and it'll ask you then where you want to save the bookmark. If you've got several bookmarks, as I have, you can save it in one of the particular names that you choose. I keep it under website, and I go to there, log in, and that's it.
Okay, great.
Let's see there. It's a nice, easy way to come back to somewhere that you're going to keep coming back to. You know, if you bookmark it, you haven't got to keep going through all the rigmarole of like, oh, I've got to type this in, type that in. Just put it straight in, and you're there. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, good. So then we go to login, and you put your username and your password, and you get to this point. Now, this is the back end of the WordPress site. This is the dashboard, it's called. All right. Now, of course, nobody sees this except for you. This is where we do all our workings and the kind of creation of the website. This is where we create pages. You'll upload photos. You'll upload videos or share links to videos. This is where you do everything that we see as doing in the background. What the user sees, of course, is what we see here. If I go visit site on the top there, and this is what the user sees. All right, literally just one page. Now, we've got 2 pages now, haven't we? Because last week we created this page, which is new page, and there's nothing on it. This week we're going to look through this and add more content to it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just for those people that are just catching up with us, you just go back to your dashboard exactly the way I did it there. You can visit the site or visit the dashboard, come back here. And on the left-hand side, remember we've got our posts. So if you are doing blogs, that's where you'll put your blogs.
Right.
That's your posts. If you're adding media, so this media is anything like sound tracks. So if you want to upload an MP3, either as a free or sold one. If you want to add your pictures or anything here, we add it here.
Okay.
And let's do that now. Let's go media library. Let me grab a file. Let's go pictures. I'll tell you what, let's go hypno pictures. Right, let's put a picture of a spider, shall we? That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I'm not afraid of them anymore.
Yeah, that's it. So, what happened there? Did it go? No, it didn't seem to. Right, hang on. I should just select files. Why is it not going? I might have to go through this way then. Yeah, it's just a video. It's not a video. Oh, I've got several. Sorry. Every time I've clicked it now, of course it's just uploaded. I wasn't scrolling down. There we are. So we've got 3 spiders now. Let's get rid of them, eh? Let's get rid of one of those. Minimize you now. That's it. So actually very good to show you actually. So if you do exactly what I've just done, you've uploaded files that you no longer want. Just click on the file, scroll down here, and then you can delete permanently, because I don't need 3 of them, do I?
No.
So let's do the same again, delete permanently, and that's it. That goes. All right. So just select files. Just select another one. Here we are. Let's have that one. We have a few about spiders. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that.
So what about if you want to upload like YouTube videos?
Right. So uploading videos, you've got 2 options. I would go with the second option. Now, one option is upload your video to here. But as you can see, it says here, maximum upload file size is 64 megabytes. So if you have a very short video and it's under 64 megabytes, then you could upload it. However, I would suspect that if you're having a video, even a very short video, it's going to be bigger than 64 megabytes. So the way to do that then is you host your video on YouTube. So you upload it to YouTube, and I would encourage you to get your own channel on YouTube, upload it, put it on your channel, and you can make it unlisted if you want. And that's what I've done with these videos. So these videos are unlisted. So you can only see these videos on YouTube if you've got the link. So random people can't really search for these videos. They won't see them. They're not out there for everyone to see because they're especially for you guys, So if you're unlisted, and then what you can do, and I'll show you this later, is you can put a link that links to that video. Now, if you're doing it on your website, of course, you wouldn't link to an unlisted video. That'd be a bit daft, wouldn't it? But you would link to a video that is on the internet so everyone can see. So I'll show you those 2 different versions later. Of course, I won't be able to show you uploading a video because that's going to be too big. So I would say upload photos as I have here. All right. So I've got 2 photos there, and we'll just use those for today.
So
sorry, go on.
would that be the same if I wanted to upload a Zoom session?
Yeah, if you're going to upload a Zoom session, again, that's going to be bigger than 64 megabytes. So I would upload it to, because this is exactly what I'm doing here. This is a Zoom session. So I upload this to YouTube. After this session, it's saved as a video. It then uploads to YouTube. It's hosted on YouTube. And then in the group, I put a link to the YouTube video. But what you will do, if you wanted to send someone to that link, I'll show you that. Then what happens is that you send them to the link for the video. We'll go through this today. This is something that we're going to do today. All right.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
That's all right. No worries. And it's good to ask questions. That's what it's all about, you know. But yeah, I think it's easier to demonstrate it rather than just talk about it. I'll show you exactly how to do it later on. Okay. So last week I said to download the program or the plugin called Elementor. Elementor is a great add-in, a great plugin to use, and I would really recommend Elementor. It's so easy to use. But let's go back to Pages, and I'll show you how we use it. All right. So I'll go to all Pages. Now we've got a couple of pictures, and we want to put a video in there as well. So I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. So our pages at the moment for the website, we've got welcome, and then we've got the new page. So we'll play around with the new page today. And what we're going to do, click onto it. And once you click on it, it actually says, do you want to edit with Elementor? So you can edit with the block editor. Remember last week I showed you the block editor, and it's a bit clunky, and it's a bit, it's exactly what it says. It's a block editor, and it edits in blocks, which is okay. But you'll see the difference with Elementor. So we'll click on yes, we want to edit with Elementor. And now we come to this screen, and it lets us then add different elements to this screen. So on here, you can see you can move the page over. It depends on the size of your screen. Sometimes you'll see that as in one screen. On my little laptop, you only see it there. We've got this box here, and it says drag widgets here. And these are widgets. To the left-hand side, these are widgets. So let's put an image in first of all. And I'm just going to put an image on there. And you can see it's quite a large image at the moment. So that's going to be the image. You come back over to here, and it says choose the image. Now, we only have 2 images to choose from, don't we, at the moment? Well, actually saying that, I can upload them. All right, sorry. Let me do it step at a time. So the 2 images that we have are these in our library, or we can choose to upload files. All right, so it's more or less what we did earlier. So like I say, there's always more than one way to do things. Let's put this picture in first. Now we can give it a caption should we want to. So I'm going to title it. Hang on. So spider in the shop. All right, that's the title. And the caption. Does anyone know how to spell tarantula?
Is it a T-A-R-A-N-T-U?
No, that's not it, is it? So it doesn't give me the option there. Go on, Jeff. You're good at spelling. What is it?
I think it's T-A-R.
T-A-R.
T-U-A-L-A. No, is that right? T-A-R-A. Just for spider.
Yeah, just put spider. There we are. All right, baby tarantula. There we are. All right, so we've got that. And we could put a description if we want to. All right, I will insert it. Now, there we are. There's the picture. Now, here we can choose. It's quite a large picture at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
So if we look at that, that's going to take up a big chunk of our website. And, you know, some people might go, well, that's a bit big. Don't need to see that. You can see on this drop-down menu just here, we've got lots of options. All right, you can put a custom. So if you know exactly the size you want it to be, you can put that in. And then you've got these other options. Okay, a thumbnail takes it very small. Thumbnail is literally very small like that, and then it works up. So I'm going to go for like medium. I think let's go for medium. Okay, that's okay, isn't it? Let's go with that. So now we have a picture of a tarantula on the page, a little baby tarantula, and someone's hand. Actually, my hand, that one. All right. And then we can put some text next to it. So we can drag these across. So you're seeing the way I'm doing this. I'm literally dragging it across. And instantly it puts this lorem ipsum. Now, we covered this before. It's a language that's kind of used for websites. It's really useful because it shows you where the text is going to go. So we can get rid of that. And we can say here is a photo of myself with a baby. Oh, do you remember how to spell it, Jeff?
Spider, S-P-I-D.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Love it. Oh dear, I missed you, Jeff. Yeah. Your humour. Here's a photo of myself with a baby spider. All right. And there we are. Of course, you can put whatever you want, and this is you can choose this to be a heading if you want to. So here you have to highlight the text if you want to change it. So we'll highlight the text first of all.
It's.
Yeah.
I was going to spell tarantula for you.
Oh, don't worry, that's all right. And then you can change it. So you can change it to heading 1, takes it quite big. All right. Heading 2,
okay,
different, and so on. All right.
It's the same as Word.
What's that, Jeff?
Yeah, it's the same as Word, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very straightforward. If you want to bold it, of course, then you can. Again, you have to highlight it. I've missed out the dot. There we go. So you can highlight it, and then you can put it in bold, like you say, very much like Word or anything like that. You can italicize it. You can do whatever you want to do with it, really. You know, you can change the fonts, as you can see. So put it in Comic Sans. Oh, I didn't highlight it then. So yeah, put it in Comic Sans. You can have it in Impact. Where are we? There we are. It's all catching up with me now. So you can see you can change, quite a lot of the fonts and the sizes and so on. And that's where you would do that. So let's have a look at that. Let's see what difference that's made to our page. All right. So we can click on Update. And then do you remember last week we had these different options, right? We can do a preview, by the way, preview the changes, but we had different options. We can look on a desktop, a tablet, or a mobile. So we could see what it looks like on a mobile. And that's how it's going to look at the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, last week, Jeff, we were saying that most people look on mobiles these days, or a tablet. Very few people now actually look at websites on a computer, a full-size computer. The vast majority, there will be people, of course, looking on a computer, but the vast majority will look on a tablet or a phone. So on a tablet, it looks like this. So you can see we've got title, and then I'd have to scroll down a little bit to see it. And that's really what the client is going to see, our customers are going to see. Mm-hmm. And of course, we can play around with this and make it more glorious or whatever. Now, to me, that is in the middle, and I think it'd look better over here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It might look better over there. Doesn't really matter, all right? But it's your choice. You create your site as pleasing for you and how you want it to look. So if I click Update again, now I would always get into the habit of clicking the Update button. The great thing, though, is if you decide, actually, I didn't like that, you can go back to your history. And you have a history button. And you think, I changed the alignment. Let me go back to that alignment. And there we are. I've gone back to there. So a bit like you were saying, Jeff, about Word or any other programs that we get used to using, there's always a version of going back, an option to undo, which is great, isn't it? Sometimes, we all make mistakes and you think, what have I done there? You can always go back into the history.
Dave, can you just show me quickly how to go back to whether it's going to be a phone or a tablet?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's on this one here. It's called responsive mode. So click on to responsive mode down at the bottom here. And then you can go mobile, tablet, desktop.
That's great. I didn't.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back to our latest version. Hang on, even that's not the latest version. I want to get this photo to the left now. Here we are. All right. So now I'm happy with it to the left, and I'm happy where it is now. All right. And now, what I can do, if that's my editing for today, we're going to come back. But if that was my editing for today, and I'm quite happy with what I've got, I can then edit from here. Go up to those. Sorry, I'll go back and show you. I went to these 3 lines at the top.
Yeah.
Click on those, and then exit to dashboard.
And they'll automatically save it all, will they?
Yeah, well, by doing the publishing, by doing what we just did, that's what it does it. It published now. So if we go back, we just click on the back button here up the top. And now we come back to our dashboard. Oh, sorry. Come back to our dashboard.
Yeah.
Here we are. So we're now back at the back of our dashboard. We can go to view site, or what I would always recommend is that then on your mobile phone or on your tablet, you look at the site on your tablet and on your phone to make sure it works. Make sure it's, because that's the most people are going to be looking on your phone and looking on a tablet. So make sure it really looks good on there. So then you can look at your site and you think, oh, right, okay, that's okay. That's the front page. Yep, that's all right. New page. So we just called it new page. And then now we can see we've got a photo with the spider. And here's a photo of myself with a spider. Exactly what we just said. Yeah?
Yep.
All cool. Right, let's cover Tracy's question. Let's go back to the dashboard. And let's go back to that page. Now, to cover your question, Tracy, regarding YouTube videos, so we edit with Elementor. Are you keeping up with what I just did there?
Yep.
All we're doing is coming straight back to this page. All right. So we come back to here, and this time we want to put in a link to a video. Now, as we have already discovered, if we try to upload a video, it's going to be more than 64 megabytes, isn't it? So we're not going to be able to do that because of the restrictions on the file size. So what we're going to need to do is have a link to a video. So now we want to drag the widget over here to here, all right? And then it's going to say, what video do you want? Because it's going to ask, it's going to have this video placeholder now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to choose a video. If I go to YouTube, here, and go to my YouTube channel, might as well get one of my own ones in there, hadn't I? Rather than putting someone else's on there, put mine on. So your channel, yep. Oh, here's one with Tracy on it. Let's put Tracy on there. Yeah, let's do that. So Tracy, here's your video.
Hi, I'm Tracy Cruikshank, and I've just completed.
Stop that for a minute. We'll click on the share. So have you seen what I've done so far? We've gone to YouTube.
Got the video. Yeah.
Get the video link. Is this the video that we want? We've gone to copy. All right. So that's copied. Come back to our. Where are we? Where's my login page? Can't see my pages for. Here we are. All right. Come back to here. And on here, get rid of all this stuff because that was what they had there. The link is now here. Copy that in. And as you see, there's Tracy's video. Yeah. So the source is YouTube. All right. If you've got your videos hosted somewhere else, then you can choose one of these. But this is hosted on YouTube. You then put the link for it. You can, if you want to, change your start time. So if you wanted to start halfway through or, you know, after the intro, whatever, you've got different options. You can have it play, autoplay. Now, autoplay can get annoying for some people on websites. You know, you've probably done it yourself. You go onto a website and straight away the video starts playing. So I would recommend take autoplay off. Just leave it off. By default, it's off. The player controls, that's this kind of you know, button here that just says click it to play. I would always leave that on. Do you want to mute it? Do you want to loop it and so on? If you mute it, then the person has to unmute it themselves. And you've got a few other options. All right. So you see that's how you can edit your video.
Okay.
We'll update it. That's going to save it. might take a while. Okay, that should be done. Right, and then we'll go exit to dashboard. We'll go back. We'll have a look at the website. Come back out of there. Oh, right, there we are. That's where we wanted to be, sorry. Here we are, visit the site. And now we can look at that and see what the new page is like. On the new page now, we've got the picture. We scroll down a little bit more, and then we've got the video. And this video is hosted on YouTube. When we click it, all it's doing is sending a link to YouTube and then playing on your phone or your computer. Back to there. Okay. Any questions so far before I go on?
How do you
Can you do it all again?
I can do it. What you've done, I understand exactly, but how do you get videos on YouTube? I don't do anything like that, see?
Okay, so that's a good point. How do we get you?
1 second, when I say I'm hopeless at that, I watch YouTube. I use YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
And I sometimes download videos for my training.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a clue how to make a video on YouTube. Not a clue.
Okay. That's all right. I'll show you exactly how to do that then. All right. So
Fantastic.
you can do. All right. So you need a video camera. All right. You got one there. All right. So look, what I would encourage you to do, and you can do this later on. Right. It's really easy. Just do literally just a couple of minutes, not too long.
Test. That's sort of thing.
Yeah. If you keep it short, really short, because it's just for you. You can delete it afterwards.
Okay, right.
You'll know the process then of what to do. Now, don't get me wrong. This video we do on a Wednesday, it's about an hour long, and it takes probably 2 hours, 3 hours to upload. It does depend on your internet, of course. Right. My internet at home here to upload is not that fast. So it does depend on your upload speeds, you know. Now, you may have, fiber broadband or whatever, and if you've got that, it's going to go quicker, of course. But for me, it takes a couple of hours. So you leave it on, come back and do it. So this is why I'm saying just do a couple of minutes first of all. Okay, yeah. Just so you know the process, all right? So sit here later, record something on your computer, literally just, read a nursery rhyme or something, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then go to YouTube. Now, I'll talk you through that, how to get to YouTube and how to do it. So when you go to YouTube, now you'll have to sign up if you've not already signed up to YouTube and have yourself a channel. So I've got this channel, all right? It says Hypnotherapy by David Finch, your channel.
I haven't got anything.
No, so again, go onto YouTube, log in, get a username, password, create a channel. Do all of that stuff first. You're going to have to do that first, all right? Okay. And that's just standard stuff. Everybody goes through the same process. Username, password. What do you want to call your channel, and all that stuff. Get through doing that, and then you can go to. You'll have this on your left-hand side. You've got your library, your videos. So library is things that you've saved or whatever, and then your videos is different.
I can't see anything. All I can see is you at the
moment. Sorry. Oh, right. Hang on. Yes, sorry. I'm not sharing, am I? Yeah, look at me, plonker. I've stopped sharing. Let's go to screen share. Here we go. Well done, Jeff. Thanks for telling me. Right. So on here, Hypnotherapy by David Finch. That's the channel. All right. So if I go to your channel, this is what you'll see. So that's my channel at the moment. Okay. Right? It's not a massive amount of videos. And you'll see that here, there's literally just a few videos that I've uploaded. Go along there. There's a few more uploaded videos. Now, if I go to your videos on the left-hand side, all right. So remember, I'm in my channel now, and it's kind of like this is the back end again of like what we saw of WordPress. This is the back end of YouTube. Yeah. So now, here we are, website building course, number 1, number 2. All right. Okay. And so they're hosted, but those just here you see it says visibility, and they're unlisted. So because they're unlisted, only people can see them with a link to them. The ones that, as we scroll down, you'll see Jane is public. Webinar promo is unlisted. The 5 steps is unlisted. They're private videos that only you can see, or people with the link can see.
And how do you make them unlisted?
I'm going to go through that in a minute, Jeff. That's all right. Well done. You're up with me. And you can see Tracy's one, which we just shared, is public.
That's right. Yeah.
Rob's one, which is a testimonial, is public. All right. So you need to list it as public if you want to put it on your website. That means anyone can see it. The Walking on Glass, the Bob Loves His Car, they're all public ones. Anyone can see those. All right.
Okay.
How do we do it?
I'm so excited.
So create your video first. Remember, just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Go up to the top right-hand corner. It says create. All right. And it says upload videos. And here, you would upload your video. Now, you're going to select the file. Let me select a short video. I actually have got one here. I'll do this one. See how long it takes. It's only a short couple of minutes. So now it's uploading. It's just called image something. That's a useless thing, isn't it? So let's call it spider, because we can't spell tarantula, right? Video of a spider. What is it with the spiders today? It's just because I've clicked on that folder, that's all. And you see at the moment, it just says uploading video, all right?
Yeah, 8%. It's uploading 8% at the moment.
Was that Tracy? Sorry, you're a bit quiet there, sorry.
Only 8%.
Right, oh yes, I see, yes, down here at the bottom tells you how long it's going to take. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So I think by the end of this, because it's only a short video, it's a couple of minutes at that. So then you can have a playlist, all right, if you want a playlist. I've got student videos, which is these videos that I'm creating. I've created that. Client comments. You can add a new playlist if you want to. You don't have to. That's up to you. And then you're going to have, is it made for kids or not? No, it's not made for kids. So there's no age restriction on it. And then you need to go to more. And the more, it says about you can home screens to them. Now the screens, this is quite a bit advanced, but you know sometimes you look at a video. In fact, there is one with Tracy. Do you know right? It had a picture of Tracy and it says something like a hypnotherapy course. I've just taken a hypnotherapy course, something like that. So I created that as a JPEG, as a picture. And that goes first, and that's where you put it in here. You put your end screen and your start screen here, if you want to do it. You don't have to, but that's where you would do that. All right. Right, it's going to run through the checks, but then when we get to visibility, what's it? 29%. See, you can see how slow it is. Even, but don't forget, I'm on Zoom at the moment as well, so we're using quite a lot of the bandwidth for the Zoom call and for this. So. Let's come back to this. Let's let it cook for a while. We'll come back to it. Yeah. Let's go back to our page, and this is what we end up with. All right. So this is where we were. We'll come back to YouTube in a moment, because then I can demonstrate that fully then.
Will you show? Sorry. Will you show us the end of the video that you've got me on, so we can see the end screen that you were on about?
Yeah, so we've got the start screen. So if I go back to, what I'll have to do is refresh the page. So hang on, if I refresh. It should come back now. There we are. So that's the front screen, all right? So thank you for a fantastic hypnotherapy training course. That's not on the video. What that is a picture. So when you upload the video, you have the option in the ones I was just going through, where it says, do you want a I think they call this a cover, something like that. We'll have a look at the wording in a moment. But the bit where you've got you to the left, thank you for a fantastic hypnotherapy training course. That is a picture. It's not the video, all right? So you upload the picture, and then when someone comes to it, they see that first, as we are seeing it now.
Yeah.
And then when you click on it, it then goes to the video. And that's why now it's taking its time, because now I'm on Zoom, I'm uploading, and it's playing the video.
Hi, I'm Tracy Cruikshank, and I've just completed my clinical hypnotherapy.
And if we go all the way to the, I'm not sure I put one at the end, Tracy. Let's have a look. No, I didn't. So I didn't do one at the end, I just did one at the start. But you know, sometimes at the end you see a video and it has something similar, isn't it? You know, and that would be your end screen. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a start and an end, and the video is in the middle. But the start and the end, they're all they are photographs. They're pictures. You know, like you make them up yourself. All right. Now you're going to need some sort of program.
Sorry, I could put my business card at the end, couldn't I?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course. You can put whatever you want to, and that would be where we would do it. Let's have a look. See where we are. Is it uploaded yet? Or 5 minutes left. All right. But if I go back, here we are. There's an end screen. All right. So I think the front screen is on here. They call it, here we are. It's called a thumbnail. So the upload a thumbnail, that's the first one, the one that I've done for your video. That's that. All right. So you would choose the thumbnail, and you would say, "Oh, where's the thumbnail?" And so you could choose. You know, if you had your thumbnail there, you could do that. It has to be a certain size. None of these would work actually, because they're the wrong size. You know, like a thumbnail has to be a certain shape. It has to be this shape. All right.
Yeah.
So when it says learn more, this bit here says learn more. Take you there, and it will tell you here what size it needs to be.
Right.
There's a little video telling you all about it. Right.
Yeah.
But here we are, image size and resolution. All right. So if you want to know the size, it's 1280 by 720. That's the sort. And it needs to be a JPEG, a GIF, or a PNG. All right.
Yeah.
And it's got to be under 2 megabytes limit. So you got to, you know, it's like everything else, and you got to go with what we need to be to get it right. Okay, so let's go back on this one. So 2 minutes, come on, 2 minutes, and then we'll see it. But here is the link. All right, so we can take the link already. Let's do that. Copy that link. All right, so I've highlighted it and copied it. Yeah. And if I go back to my page, I can actually see then. No one. I can't see the controls are in the way. Here we are. New page. Here we are. So get rid of them controls. So on this page, let's go back to the edit. Go back to the dashboard, and now we'll go back to the page. Go to all pages. Go to the page we was editing, which was new page. I have to come up with a snappier title, won't we? Edit with Elementor. And then that'll open up. And then now we want to drop another element in, which is going to be our new video. So on this left-hand side here, we can see, you can scroll down. Now, some of the other things now, let me just show you around Elementor for a moment. You can get a pro version. So as I said last week, if you want to buy the pro version, it's going to cost you a few quid, but you can do more bits and pieces with it. All right. As always, you know, you can have the free version for free. If you want to buy the pro version, it's going to cost you a few quid more. All right. So you may look at it and think, oh, actually, I want that. I want the pro version. And if you feel it's worth it, then great, do it. And that you see here, these are the standard elements that you can have in. So let's go back, because the one we want was quite a way up at the top, and that is the video. So we'll literally click it and drag it across, and that's going to be our video. It's on YouTube. We're going to get rid of all this stuff because that's just their placeholder. And now we paste in the spider video. Oh, look here, it's uploaded now. Great. We'll leave that. We haven't got, remember at the start of this, it's going to start with a video, isn't it? It's not going to start with the front screen because we haven't got one. We'll update it. And here we can actually preview the changes. So it's a different way of seeing it. So now we can come here, we can scroll down, and we've got our written element that we did earlier with our photo. We can do Tracy's video, and now we've got the new video now with this one. I'm going to click on that. There we are. And there it is, just moving around. This is in my front room, this. Big bugger, isn't he? Woo! There we are. Now you see that took a good couple of minutes, and what's that? It's only 15 seconds long. It took quite a while to upload, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're going to practice with YouTube and you're going to, you know, play around with it, I wouldn't upload something that's really long, first of all. Just upload something that's going to be really short. So here it is now. It's all uploaded. It's done. We can click on next now. Is there a way of collapsing this? Hide video panel. Is that it? No, that's not it.
So for us to watch the past videos that you've uploaded, we go into David Finch, don't we?
Yeah.
You. I just want to double check.
That's right. So here is it runs through some checks. So if you have copyright music or a copyrighted video or something like that, you know, somebody else's videos or somebody else's music, it will find it on here. It's just a clever scan that they've got. So you know, if you are going to upload videos or anything like that, you can't put, you know, copyrighted music on. So you couldn't use, I don't know, something over that spider. You couldn't use whatever, anything, you know, like a pop song over the top, because it'd say, oh, you can't have that. That pop song's copyrighted.
Yeah, like the theme tune from Jaws or something.
Yeah. You know, yeah. So this is the bit that I was talking about earlier. All right. As you come through, you then can choose. Now, is it private? Only you and people you choose can watch the video. Unlisted, anyone with a link can watch it. Or is it public? Everyone can watch it. So this one's public, isn't it? All right. Now, if you're going to put it on your website, it's public, of course, because the public have got to be able to see it. If it's something that you want to share with anyone else, either keep it private or unlisted. That's it. And these ones are unlisted, and only you can see them because you get a link in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. You can schedule a date to watch it, make it public. Now that would be useful if, say, you had a video like this video, and you said, "Well, I'm going to run this training now, but then I'm going to run it for like a week, and after 1 week, I'll let the public see it." So then you could schedule it, and you could say, "Look, after a week, the public can see it because it becomes public then." Okay. I'm not going to do that. All right. I'll come off that now. Save or publish. Here we are. All right. So it's going to be public, but then, you know, it may be useful in other ways. Click on publish, and that's it. And we know it's already published anyway. It's already there, isn't it? We just had the link earlier.
Yeah. I noticed on there as well, Dave, that it says about children.
Yeah. Yeah. So if children are in it, or it's made for children, so specifically like with a market of children in it, then you have to tick those boxes that it's made for children. Again, YouTube have, well, I think for two reasons. YouTube have a children's channel as well. So, you know, it's all stuff specifically aimed at children. And I would imagine that the advertising that goes with that is, again, aimed at children. Yeah. So they're being clever with it as well. But also it's saying, yes, this has got children in. And I would imagine then, you know, they're going to go through some sort of checks or whatever. Who knows? Yeah. But for the normal day-to-day stuff, it's going to be a public video, published straight away, and everyone can see it. And you get the link, and you should put the link in the description on as we saw it before. All right. Yeah. Okay, let me come back to you guys. All right. Okay. So is it all making sense so far? Have I gone too quick? Okay, just about the right speed. We've got a chat. What's the chat thing? Oh, tarantula, you're right. Thanks. You put the spelling of tarantula in the chat. Cheers. Thanks for that. Too late now. I've seen it too late. Okay, brilliant. Yeah. What I would encourage you to do is play around with what we've done today. So play around with the headings, make a heading, put a picture, play around with videos if you've got videos or you want to add videos. Even if you put a video in, see how it works, and then delete it. Doesn't matter. All right. The thing is with the South Wales site is, as you know, I'm not really using that at the moment, so it's good to practice on and to show you what we can do.
Yeah.
But you can do the same thing on your site. All you need to do is go back into your site after, once you've created it, and you look at it and think, oh, that looks okay. But then say you've just done, a short video, and you think, oh, I don't want people to see that. Well, then just delete it. Take that bit away. And that's easy enough again. If I go back to screen share again, I'll show you exactly how to do that. So here we'll go back to our page, go back to the dashboard. All right, back to our page. Go back to new page, and we'll decide, okay, we didn't want something in there after all, or we want to change something. So we can do that. Go to, or on the new page, sorry. Scroll down. So now we've got a couple of videos, and you might say,
I'll take that one out.
All right, I'll take that one out, and it's really easy to do. All you do, literally, the X at the top deletes that whole section. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to delete it, and it's gone. Now I'm not going to update it. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go back into the history, because I want to leave that there for next week.
Okay.
Right? But that's what you're left with. You're left with this box here. Now, just what I want you to do is just explore that area first and explore what we've done first. Next week, what I'm going to do is show you this, how you can select a structure, and also you can add other elements by here. You've got other elements into it. All right. So then it gets really exciting then, because then you think, oh, well, okay, I can add all this stuff in and change the complete layout and the look of the page. But you've got to know the basics first. You've got to walk before you run, okay?
Okay, yeah.
You've got here. You've got blocks. Hang on, let's move this up here. Again, they've got that kind of lorem ipsum language in them. So if I click on one, you can just see it. And here you would put your details.
Okay.
Back, and you can select any one of these. There's loads to choose from. So if you wanted a picture in the background or a video, as this is, and then you can put some heading over the top. And there's so many to choose from. And again, lots of them will say Pro, so you have to buy the Pro version to use those. However, there's loads and loads that are free in the free version, like these ones.
Yeah.
So if you had something like that, you go, right, okay, I'll put my picture in, my words over the top, and my words to the right. But it gives you a great format to start with, rather than having to create that from scratch. It gives you a starting point. So if you do want to play around with that, it's literally this button here, and you go to the library if you're happy with what we've done so far. But if not, just play around with what we've done so far, create some headings, create some pictures, play around with where the pictures sit. Is it to the right? Is it to the center? Where are you going to have it? Is it going to be small, large? Is it going to be a thumbnail? What are you going to have? Play around with all that stuff. Get used to it. And if you want to delete it afterwards, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you play around with it, then at least then you've got. Let's go find my. Here we are. That should put me spider back in now. Let's have a look. No. Oh, where's my spider? Oh, there he is. Right. Okay. So now you see what I've done now. So I've deleted it, and then I decided I want it back. Go to update it, and it'll be back on our website then. All right. Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
No, all happy with what we've done so far. Okay, people who are watching the video, if you've got any questions, please post them in the private group. I will try to answer those questions next week. If it's really straightforward, I'll put it into the group. But if it's something that we can cover on the video, something that other people might be interested in as well, then I'll cover it next week. But next week, we'll be looking deeper into that design process, how to design it, how to make it look a bit more glorious, because we've made it quite basic at the moment, haven't we? But, start from the start, but then move on and play around with it. Really, when you build a website, you're only limited by your creativity. How creative do you want to be? What colors do you want to use? And I would encourage you really to stick with a few colors, get a branding going. If you've got a brand, then think, right, okay, I want this color to be my brand, and then stick with those colors, and it'll look nice. I haven't always followed those rules, but you know me, rules are for breaking. So
I never break them. I just bend them to the limit.
Well, yeah, that's it. Bend the rules quite a lot. So that's it. But the thing is, it's experimental, isn't it? And the great thing about a website, it's never finished, and it's never like, oh, I've finished my website now. Well, you have for today, because tomorrow you might want to change it.
Another course. What do you want, Ben? And
that's the point of. Hang on, I'm just going to mute Jeff. So that's the point of doing this course. The point of doing this course is so that you can manage your website, and you can go on, change the fonts, change the prices, change whatever. Even if you had someone to build the basics and you then went in and changed stuff, it's still a valuable thing to do. But if you want to create it from scratch, create it from scratch. But the great thing is you can always change it. You can change the theme, you can change everything. Of course, all of that comes with warnings of like, don't just change stuff. Remember what I told you last week. Save everything. Save your wording. Whatever you do, if you've sat there and you've written 500 words, whatever you do, save that as a Word document or something. Don't just put it on your website, because if it all crashes, you haven't got it anywhere else. Save it somewhere else. All right.
Yeah.
Learn by my mistakes. Oh dear, been lovely to see you all again. All right, we'll bring it to a close. If you're watching the video, catch up with next week's one again. I'm going to host this on YouTube again later, so I'll put the link in the group. All right, but thanks for joining us, everyone, and see you all again soon. Cheers.
Thanks, Dave.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hold on, stop the recording. There we are.